they would have been climbing this thing. It's like they wanted to do leg day, all day, day. Oh my god. How much for one day?
Semi-automatic.
Semi-automatic?
Yeah.
No, I go full automatic.
cheaper.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll try this one. Maybe.
Yeah, so the first we are here.
Yep.
You relax this way. So when you go like gas station, so motorbike empty oil, no?
What's that? What's that?
Yeah, and continue that way. We around 2 kilometers. This was stadium for Rehams way.
Okay.
So this for the beach is from Mekong River. Because the bridge finish here to here around 2 kilometers. Yeah, you relax that way for the good load. 45 kilometers. You around 12 kilometers. Like this.
Yep.
One, control.
Yeah.
Careful.
Yeah.
Start number 3, that's okay, slowly.
What's up, guys? A beautiful afternoon here in Pakse, and today is going to be a pretty full-on day. Yesterday I looked up, where the places to go are, where the tours go, and one of the things I wanted to do here was go see Wat Phou, which is a temple down south. It's about 50 k's down south. I rented myself a motorbike, a semi-automatic this time where I have to change the gears. I've only ridden those things once before, which is when I got my L's for a motorbike. So I'll probably have the motorbike for about 3 days. Today will be the Wat Phou Temple down south. And the other thing to do in Pakse is to motorbike around the Bolivian Plateau, which is like the countryside east of this place. There's like 1-day trips, 2-day trips, 3-day trips. So I'll be going off the beaten track a little bit, doing things on my own, going solo. So right now I am in Pakse, and I'll be going through town, crossing the Mekong River, make my way south, all the way to Champasak, past there and into Wat Phou. This whole stretch is about 50 k's, 40 to 50 k's, which will take me about an hour hopefully. So I should have plenty of time today. So this map shows the Bolivian Plateau. So it's this whole section here. Pakse's right there, and it's to the east of that. So people do 3-day trips, 2-day trips around this whole thing. But I only have 2 days to do this. So my route I think is gonna be from here, go through, go up north, stay overnight somewhere up here, and on the second day, make my way down. There's a couple of waterfalls all over the place, so that should be pretty exciting to see. So here's my bike for the next few days. It's actually a proper looking motorbike thing, not a scooter per se. So for the next few days, going around in a motorbike, which I'm not really used to driving, going around the city, which I have no idea, and just taking, a paper map with me. So sounds like a recipe for all things to go right. So let's give this baby a go, and I'll see you guys at Wat Phou.
A few moments later.
Alright, I've been riding for a bit longer than 40 minutes now, so hopefully I'm a bit past halfway. And this, seriously, 8 kilometers. Oh wait, 8 kilometers, I'm definitely past halfway. So not long to go now, and this 8 kilometer sign is literally the first sign I saw to Wat Phou since I left the main city. So I was just going through like country town back there for like 40 minutes. Don't even know if I'm going the right direction. If I was going south, I could have been going like west for all I knew and just getting further and further. But good thing I'm in the right direction. If it's one thing about this side of Laos, it's all the signs are in their language, no English signs, don't know where you are, just random like town signs. And riding this bike definitely feels a lot different, a lot more power. And something that I did notice even in the main city is I think people do follow the road rules here a bit more than Thailand and Cambodia. People were going the speed limit, people were stopping at the traffic lights. Yeah, like it was just a little bit more organized, a little bit more controlled. So there was actually no filming in that museum, which I didn't know because I didn't see any signs, but I got a couple of things before they caught on to me. But a very interesting museum, a lot of information. It really digs down to, you know, this whole temple complex here, and, you know, it links back to the Khmer Empire back in Cambodia, because it's spread around all through this land as well. And this site, Wat Phou, was also an old temple site. It's now a heritage site under UNESCO, and some of the structure here, it dates back to the 5th century. Very old stuff, but most of the structure was built in the 9th and 10th century, and then extended onto the 11th and 12th century, which is around the time of the Khmer Empire. Now, every time I visit one of these ancient sites, the thing I always wonder is how it would have been like back then when they were building this thing after it was built. You know, the way of life around this place. You know, what was each section used for? How did they live? What did they do every day? It's like in the movies when you sort of go back in time and you sort of just stand there like a ghost and then watch everyone go about their daily thing. You know, this stuff dates back 800-900 to 1500 years ago. It still amazes me all the things that they accomplished even back in those times. Now, the thing I never understand about these temples is why these stairs are always so narrow and so high. It's like you can't even fit your whole foot on these steps, and you got to take a, you know, pretty decent step to get up. The people back then would not have been very big. They're all relatively small people, and even the people back then would have even been smaller, so they would have been climbing this thing. It's like they wanted to do leg day, all day, day. Oh my god. Now, remembering from what I read, that guy over there is a Shiva. I think his name's a Shiva. Just chilling out underneath the mountain. So they were collecting the water over there because they believe the water that comes from the bottom of the mountain, that spring water, is sacred. So guys, that was a little quick preview of Wat Phou. It's one of the main places to see if you're passing through Pakse. You know, you only really need half a day like what I just did. But again, if you want to learn a bit more of the history, if you want a guide with you, if you want them explaining, you know, everything to you, what this was used for, the different areas, what it used to be, and all the history behind it, then, you know, you will have to pay extra and you will have to spend most of the day here as well. So if you are planning to visit this site, don't forget, you can motorbike it here on your own, you know, an hour top. Make sure you wear your rubber shoes because it's a lot of uneven surfaces, a lot of rocks, a lot of pebbles you got to climb. And even, you know, through this, it's not, you know, the straightest path. And make sure you have a bit of money on you because it is 50,000 kip to get in, entry fee, and a 5,000 kip parking fee as well. So guys, I think this little village that I am in now is the ancient city. They built it, you know, within all the ruins and all the ancient ruins around the area. From what I can see on this map, this ancient city had one big outer wall and an inner wall. This ancient city, they estimate, was built around the 5th and 6th century. So that nearly doubles the Khmer Empire of how old it is. That is just like ancient. And the ancient city measures approximately 2 kilometers square, 2 kilometers by 1.8 kilometers. So not a very big city. It's all enclosed, but I am very interested to see if I could see that footprint. There's only one thing that could see that. It's time to take Mav up. you will not believe who I bumped into again walking down the street of Pakse. It's Angela again. This is like the third time I bumped into her randomly. Crazy. First time was at Angkor Wat, then
in a bus station?
Bus station, and then coming out of 4,000 Island here, and for showing to Ratanakiri, and walking on the street, and we're all in the same room.
So you just arrived today?
Day before yesterday.
Oh wow.
Yeah, tomorrow I'll go to the Bolivian Plateau bike ride. So guys, that's it for me today. Hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. The next 2 days are going to be very full on, going off the beaten track. Gonna go biking through the Bolivian Plateau. Gonna stay at a guest house there, so it's gonna be something totally different from what I've done on this trip to date. Super excited for it. Can't wait to show you guys what it's about. Once again, thanks for watching. Give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.